Hi, it's Josh.
And it's Vanessa. And we're going to go over our trip to Canada using a Groupon that we got for Niagara Falls. And in Canada fashion, we've got our Tim Hortons.
Timmy's.
We went down to the falls again. This time, Josh insisted that we get a little bit closer. He said, "You'll like it better if we get closer." So we walked quite a ways. And it actually was really cool when you get down to the end where there's like the guest shop and gift shop and restaurant.
Welcome center. Yeah, it's the welcome center.
So we took a little break and then decided to take the advice of our waitress earlier that day and went to this place called Silversmith Brewing in Niagara on the Lake.
Yes.
Awesome choice.
Yeah. It's in an old church that I guess it was a church and then someone bought it and made it a personal residence, and then it sat vacant for a couple years, and then in 2011 the brewing company bought it and started making beer there.
Yeah, again, very good. What do they have? A black lager or
something like that.
and then like a smoked. I can't remember now. One of their
A lot of good beers.
specials rotating was like smoked something, but it was really good. They had fantastic food, so definitely don't skip out on getting something to munch on while you're there because they really do a good job.
Yeah.
Very friendly, great service. Loved that place.
Yeah.
Back to the hotel.
Yep, because the other brewing company was closed. A lot of them closed early. So this one closed. This Oast that we were going to go to closed at 6 p.m., which is kind of interesting that a brewing company will close at 6, but whatever. But a lot of them are open till like 9. Sometimes they close at 9. Sometimes they close at midnight. So it's not your typical bar scene in the States where places are open till like 12 or 2:30.
Yeah, at least not in Niagara on the Lake or in these, it's a little bit more like the countryside, so
Yeah.
things close a little earlier.
So day 3, we decided to go to Toronto. It was about an hour and a half drive from Niagara Falls. We kind of got tired of the touristy stuff and wanted to explore a little bit more. So we drove there, decided to check out, we just kind of weren't sure where to really go, so we wound up in Chinatown, which was kind of cool. Parking was sucked down there. There's meters and things like that, but it's super expensive to park down there. It was the place that we parked was about $3 per half hour with no max. So we parked there for about 2.5 hours, and it cost us 15 Canadian to park. But once we just parked, we got out, decided to walk around and check out what Toronto kind of had to offer.
Yeah. up going to 3 places. The first one was a game store.
A&C Games is what it was called.
Yeah, A&C. And they were huge, mostly like a collector type place. Every system that you could imagine.
Yeah.
We asked them like, hey, do you have some Virtual Boy games? Because I'm obsessed with collecting games for my Virtual Boy, but my obsession has turned into his obsession. So they had a big box of them. The funny thing was which game did they have in there?
They had like one of the rare ones, which was Jack Brothers. And I thought it said $42.99, and I go, we need to buy this now. And apparently I missed a 9.
A 4. It was like 440 something.
It was $429.99. So I missed a 9 somewhere. So I almost bought a game and would have broke the bank.
But they just had it in this box, and we were just like holding it up like, okay, well, you just stuffed this in here and had it in a drawer.
Just let us have the box, and he walked away. There was just nobody there. So that was kind of interesting. They're very nice and polite and trusting.
They had a game cafe in the back where you could play board games. They had some out that you could just play while you were there.
Not a big board game cafe. It looked like they had one next door and it had shut down. So it looks like it was just kind of the remnants of it. But that area was mainly it was a huge area for like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. So that was it was a long
wall.
It was a long counter of glass counter of just cards. So definitely they must have a huge scene because they're real close to a college campus. A&C Games, it was a pretty cool spot. They were very nice. Picked up a Virtual Boy game and headed to the record shop.
Yeah. Yep. The record store was called Play the Record.
Play the Record.
Play the... Yeah. I want to say it like Jamaican style.
Play the Record.
Play the Record.
But it's probably like duh, like for French.
Oh. So it was Play the Record.
I think. I don't know. I took French in high school.
They had a massive... Obviously, they had a massive selection of records there. In the front, they have a lot of DJ equipment.
Not even just in the front, the back.
Huge selection of DJ equipment. So that's, I guess, the place to go if you need to find that stuff. And then just records that just went 3 rooms back.
Yeah, a lot of new releases. So it looks like they deal in a lot of more new than used, from what I was gathering. So all the new stuff was more on top on the shelf, or whatever they want to call those shelves, filing shelves, and then a lot of the used stuff is actually on the floor in crates and boxes. Apparently they were on a different street and they moved, so maybe they're still just getting acclimated to that. Definitely check out Play the Record if you're up in Toronto, in that area. It's in Chinatown, so it's really interesting.
Very interesting store. By the way, Chinatown, like if you're looking for food, probably ask a local, because there are so many different places to get, whatever Chinese food your heart desires. So many Chinese bakeries, and we probably would have stopped at one, but they were
cash only.
A lot of them were cash only. A lot of them were. And we love hole in the walls, but we like to make sure that we're going to a good one.
Yeah.
So we didn't really have any direction there, so we ended up stopping at another place to get food and drink. We
stopped off at the Village Idiot Pub, which was on the corner of the street that we parked on.
McCall? Yeah.
McClure?
McCall or McClure?
It's right there next to the art museum. It was a nice little take on an Irish pub. Very small.
But very busy. It was lunchtime and it was packed.
Yeah, we got lucky and found 2 spots at the bar. In typical, Irish pub bar, like you sit lower, they're standing higher. Everything's just packed in. Surprisingly, they had a huge beer selection, which was kind of cool. I've never really,
and liquor, like so many different bottles. Yeah.
Typical pub food. It's nothing really to write home about. It was good. You got pizza.
I got a pesto pizza.
Yeah, and I got
solid.
I think I just got a cheeseburger. Just kind of was in a burger mood this week. I don't know why. It's kind of been the theme. For me, but yeah, it was all right. Nothing too special to write home about the food. It was just nice to be able to sit down and grab a bite to eat before getting ready to leave. So.
And it's an open plan. They have all their windows open, and just really nice for a nice mild weather day to have a good breeze flowing through there. People seem to be enjoying themselves. There was a lot of hustle and bustle outside. So it was a good time. But after that, we're kind of tired. We had a long ride back, so we thought we'd stop at a coffee joint place.
Coffee.
Jimmy's? Was that it?
Yep, Jimmy's Coffee. I'm not sure if it's like a chain or not, but it definitely is one of those more specialty, in between specialty places. Not super uppity, but definitely caters to, I guess, coffee enthusiasts a little bit.
Wait, did we do something else?
Yeah, we decided to go check out the CN Tower.
Oh!
Yeah.
I blocked that out of
Yeah, we went to check it out. That is the beginning of the story. So.
Yeah. I saw this tall tower there, and I'm like, oh, we should go check it out, get on, go up and see the sights from the city. I'm just used to being in smaller cities where you can do that for really cheap. So we ended up going there, finding a garage, parking for 4 hours, $10 again. We get to the tower, go inside, they have all the security, and we get in there and we look at the prices, and it is $35 Canadian to go to the top of the tower for one person.
Yeah.
$35.
Yeah, that doesn't say it outside. It tells you about all the things you can do outside on the billboards and little signs and stuff, but it doesn't tell you the price until you actually walk in.
Yeah.
So that was sticker shock.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why am I going to pay 35 Canadian to
just go
ride an
up
elevator to look out around the city? It wasn't exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure it was cool.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to pay that much, so we were a little disappointed, and we ended up leaving that area, took a few pictures, and then we saw this steam whistle brewery and this museum on the other side, and so we went to check that out. We didn't go in this museum, but we thought it would be really cool. Basically it was a place they fixed trains and sent them back out. Yeah. So it had the little turnstile in the middle, and they had made it into a museum. But we ended up going to the brewery.
Yeah, which was Steam Whistle Brewing. I think that's what it's called. And they only brew one beer. It's a Pilsner. That's it. That's all they do. Very, very fancy inside. It's a pretty big operation, so haven't really looked up any information yet on them. But I definitely think that they're kind of borderline, like the Sam Adams-ish kind of a microbrewing up there. Just one beer, and they just brew a lot of it. So.
Yeah, that's it. It kind of reminded us of Rolling Rock.
Yeah, it was like a roll.
Had that.
Yeah, that's a better example. It was like the Rolling Rock of Canada.
Yeah. Really nice tours for $10, and you can add a sample glass or something to it. People were playing games. They seem to be having a really fun time. Looks like people just kind of hang out there and just have this one beer, eat a little food. Their food looked amazing. Didn't try that, but we just tried our beer and kind of bolted. But it was nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
It's a very cool location.
Yeah. So. It probably gets busy because it's right across the street from their baseball stadium, so the Blue Jays up there. So it probably gets busy around that time, which is it looks like a cool little spot. So yeah, it was definitely the nice pick me up after the disappointment of that price for the CN Tower.
We made our way back to Niagara, and we started to go back around 3:30. I think it was.
Yeah.
We thought we had plenty of time, and we instantly realized when we left the garage that we had hit their rush hour.
Yeah.
And rush hour in Toronto is no joke. It's just such a big city.
Then after that, I think we went and grabbed another bite to eat, crashed, and
Yep, we went to Hooters again.
because it was just the closest.
Oh, don't do it. Yeah, it was a good trip, and the Groupon was definitely worth it despite only using like half of the stuff that they actually had.
Yeah. Oh, no, too, that if you have to pay for parking at these hotels, so parking is not free. Did not know that. It was $15 a day, apparently, so that was kind of expensive, but they get you where you're going to put your car.
$39 a night, there's got to be something else.
Yep, they're making their money some way, so. But yeah, so that is definitely something to take note about. You will be paying for parking.
Yep.
Yep.
But that was our trip to Canada.
Yeah.
A.